Hey, listen to Commander Cookout Podcast, episode 425. I'm Brando. I'm here with Ryan, and today we're going to finish up with Fallout. Now, hit our theme song! Hey, Ryan. We're back for yet another whirlwind adventure. How you doing?
Good. What is going down?
Whole ton is going down. We're back for our final Fallout episode. We're going to talk about one of the commanders that I know I was really excited about. And I think you dug as well.
You were excited about this one. I was worried that it was going to be too samey to one that we did a few weeks back.
Oh no. Oh no.
Okay, so you're gonna tell me about that after we get through all the stuff.
We're gonna do that after we get through all the stuff, the people we have to thank, the stories we have to tell. Before we get to any of those things, we have to thank our official business daddies, FusionGamingOnline.com, your source for all your gaming needs, and Pile of Bones Brewing Co. They're the second coolest thing to come out of Regina, and the official beer sponsor for CCO Sidewalk Slam Season 2, Game 3, up on YouTube right now.
Look at you go. Yeah, you said the Game 3 thing. Game 3, lots of fun. Austin and Momo were the opponents. Austin and Momo were the opopo. And,
there we go.
Yeah, there we go. And you'll have to watch it and see how it goes because Uncle Brando made some outrageous and egregious claims as to whether he was playing stacks or not, and then did some things that were stacks or not.
Very not, though.
I claim to be playing Bruvac beats, and then proceeded to try to mill, and everybody will see how that ends at the end of the game.
There were beats.
And there were mills.
Yeah, there was mill and there was beats.
But who was milling and who was beating? Who can say?
Who can say?
Sidewalk Slam. Yeah, I've got Game 4 up and ready on the computer. Not ready, but it's going to go off to Tyler in a few weeks. It'll be out in I
am so
April.
excited for Game 4.
Yeah, the end of Game 4 might be the funniest thing that ever happened on a Sidewalk Slam.
I am so excited.
Yeah.
For everybody to see that. And I hope that they enjoy seeing it as much as I enjoyed living it. Because it was really funny.
Yeah, very much. So speaking of April and the business daddies, we got to say thanks to, we said thanks to Pile of Bones. Mm-hmm. Pile of Bones Brewery, good beer. Drink some of that. We've got to say thanks to FusionGamingOnline.com. Mm-hmm. And remember, I said that the promo code's going to change. Uh-huh. This show's going to drop on the 26th of March. Uh-huh. And then on April 1st, the promo code will change. Okay, so we're at that weird transition where I get 100 messages a day. Oh, it didn't work. Oh, the new code, this and that. Okay. If you want to get a discount on your Magic cards between today and the end of March, CCO summer promo codes still work. If you're
nod.
Yes. If you're going to spend over $100 Canadian and it's your first time doing so, CCO Perks promo code still work.
Head nod.
Good. Good thing to do.
Correct.
Help Commander Cookout. Save you money.
Yeah, spend less money on shit you're going to buy anyway.
Make Fusion happy Commander Cookout.
Yes.
Good.
All good.
Okay. April 1. And this isn't a joke either.
April 1, no joke.
April 1 code change. CCO save. Tell you exactly what you get. you use code, you save money.
Use code save money.
That's as simple as we can make it. If you want to spend less money, use CCO save for the next however many months until they make us change it again.
I still wish they would let us use CCO winter. I think that would have been really funny.
CCO winter is coming, except it's like June.
No, it's just CCO winter. All through summer, and then as soon as winter comes back to summer.
Back to summer, yeah. Yep. It's just the opposite land.
CCO fall.
There we go.
Yeah.
Well, maybe that's what we'll do in the fall. Hey, that's a pretty good idea.
Well, we've already used spring, though. We used spring and summer.
Did we use CCO spring?
Yep.
Oh.
And CCO slam and CCO FU and holy shit.
Well, this is CCO save. We're not We're not beating around the bush anymore.
CCO save. We're just telling you what to do. Save. Money. You have very little money.
Me too.
Keep more of it to buy the things you want.
Yes, very good. Very good. Okay, couple of bits of podcasting business. Let's stay on the money thing. Patreon.com/CCO Podcast if you want to support the show. If you like any of the stuff on the newly minted Commander Cookout Media Group, that is all of the CCO stuff that you see on YouTube. That is Sidewalk Slam. That's new stuff that Brando's got in the works that we can't even tell you about yet, but we have a meeting for today.
Oh, yeah.
Don't tell him.
I won't.
Act natural. You'd see it on YouTube if you're watching.
Which you should be.
Yeah. Brando's working on it. We got a meeting. Here's the paper to prove it.
Yep. Oh,
It's got a
no,
spreadsheet.
no, they'll pause it and see. You fool. You fool.
I ruined it.
Oh.
Oh, sorry, everybody. We're excited because we
Yes.
got 2 shows today. We're actually back to back. Then we got a meeting, and Uncle Brando found some homemade cider out there or something.
Yeah, there's probably going to be beer at the meeting.
You didn't say that.
Well, I didn't want to get you too hype. See, we could have done it last week if you knew there was beer, couldn't we?
Well, I told you we could have done it last week's.
We tried, but you had hockey and
Oh, I did have
you had
hockey.
strep throat.
Then I got still. Then I almost died. Yes, holy smokes. Okay, if you like the show, if you want to support, if you want to become part of the nation, the Discord, get the nicknames, the benefits, early access to new merch, special discounts on the CCO store, upcoming projects that I've got a little bit cooking that I haven't even told Uncle Brando about yet. That's all the benefits that the patrons get.
There's more stuff that I don't know about.
Oh, well, no, just one thing.
Why don't you just tell me about all the stuff?
Well, you didn't tell me about some stuff with with this.
Well, this beer, that's a surprise. That's a good surprise.
Okay, Sidewalk Slam. So,
Sidewalk Slam?
Yeah, I'm just going over the show notes. Commander History is launching on March. What's the Monday?
I don't know.
25th.
25th.
25th. It's the first one. Mac and I are looking at Phyrexia. All will be one. Remember anything good about that set?
Oh, oil slick foils.
Yeah, we talk about that a little bit
those
on the episode. Commander History. Go watch it.
Those are fucking cool. I've made a mistake, and I changed all of my lands in Atraxa to oil slick lands.
Yes.
Now they're really hard to tell apart.
Now you don't know which one's which.
Because there's not even like a colored bar at the top to tell you what.
Oh,
it's just,
yeah.
I
And
don't
it's
know
not
what
like
I'm
it's a 1 or 2 color deck.
It's 4.
4. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So that's going to be.
So we are launching that. That's going to be a podcast on the history of each set. So if you're new to Magic, here's the thing. If you're new to Magic and you missed like set reviews for all these sets, you're going to get a little bit of that. You're going to get some history, some trivia, and what else was like going on in Magic at the time.
You can also go back in the archive and check out our set reviews.
Well, yes, of course you can. Mm-hmm. And if you're old guy Magic like me and you, and you want to like relive some of the nostalgia or remember like maybe Phyrexia All Will Be One, for example, was like your favorite set, you can go and listen. And it's going to be everywhere that podcasts are, but you have to like publish an episode before you can get into all the directories. So I'll be putting links to it everywhere so people can listen like on Spreaker, which is our podcast host. Okay. And then once it gets up, you can subscribe like on Spotify and Apple and wherever else you listen to.
That shit.
Yeah. And the final one, Jeskai Month continues on Lessons from CEDH and Gemstone Mine with John right here on Commander Cookout on YouTube and the Gemstone Mine podcast feed. And I learn something every time because he's for learning and we're for talking about beer.
We made people learn. I stand by the clone thing. Everybody learned about the clone thing from us.
Yeah, but then I forgot it.
Yeah, I forget it all the time too.
Okay, last week's winner, booster pack game.
Okay.
We've got, for talking about Mr. House and his attractions.
Yep.
Yeah, his attractions. I don't know what that means, but...
Well, he runs a casino.
Yeah. Zoidy J on YouTube.
Zoidberg Jesus.
Yes.
Love that guy.
Yeah,
He's
long-time nationalite.
Our space plumber.
Yes.
Yes, because he's a plumber now, but he used to do space stuff before that.
Yes, the space attractions, if any of their toilets break.
Yes.
I assume that is something that he could fix.
Probably.
Yes.
Yes.
Or shoot with a laser water jet.
Oh, man, that'd be cool.
But yes.
I want to be around those, but at the same time, I don't.
Oh, too noisy.
Are they loud? I guess they'd be loud.
Oh, very loud. When you force anything at high pressure through a very small nozzle, always noisy.
Oh, yeah.
Yep, always noisy.
Huh.
Yep. Okay.
That's a science thing.
Hey, there you go. Hey, who are we doing today? Let's get into the Decktech. We did some business there.
We got to do some magic stuff for people to get mad at us.
Yeah, exactly.
We're doing 3 Dawg Galaxy News DJ. I have to talk kind of like him.
That's what he does?
That's how we say it. It's 3 Dawg. The Wanderers out there, folks, doing stuff. Saved the Declaration of Independence from the wherever it is. Because it was there after all the bombs fell. And you go and save it from the vault.
It sounds like you're doing like a very bad Nicolas Cage from National Treasure impression.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
That's exactly how it is.
Give him a read and tell me why this isn't just the new feather that we did back in February.
3 Dawg Galaxy News DJ is a 1/5 human bard for white, red, 1. He has whenever you attack, not with him, but just attack.
Whenever you attack, whenever you do the thing that is attack with a creature.
You pay 2 and sacrifice an aura that's attached to him.
Okay.
If you do, you create a token copy of said enchantments and attach it to all your attacking creatures.
Oh.
So here's what makes it different.
Okay.
Here's what makes it different. With Feather, you got to target the thing with Feather, and then you use Kicker.
The pay extra to kick it to each guy you want it to go to.
To kick it to all your dudes. So you want to make big mana and then kick the things onto the thing.
Yes.
With this one, you want to enchant your guy Voltron style, but you want to make a great big team, a huge team that you could never pay enough mana for.
No.
Then just pay 2.
After you attack. With like all of them, let's say. Not just one guy, but all of them.
That's correct.
Yes.
Also, it teaches you and this is the reason that I specifically wanted to talk about this guy, is because recently at EDH&M, there has been lots of questions about that part of the game where like when you put abilities on the stack, at end of turn, I stack all my triggers so it does this. At the beginning of combat is a tricky one that catches lots of people up where they're not, well, when does this happen and how does this work?
Oh, yeah.
Think sexy lady on horse that make 2 guys with battle cry.
Oh, yeah.
It'll be on the screen if you're watching on YouTube.
Hero of Bladehold?
Probably. Hero of Butthole, yes.
Okay.
And so like you attack, you make 2 dudes, you stack it so all your shit happens. That's very important to a deck like this.
Yes.
And we're going to talk about how you can layer your triggers to get benefits above and beyond what you think this deck is going to do. Because when you look at it and you see it's only $151.
Oh, baby, and we're going to make it even more budget.
And we can budget it even more than that. And what's really cool about this deck is looking through, this is kind of, I don't want to say it's an optimized version, but it's pretty optimal. Like all the cards I thought of, like, man, I would put that in here and that. They're all here.
Yeah, there's certainly when you look at ramp and cost reducers, there's lots. There's big buffs or win conditions. There's a lot of card draw stapled directly onto auras, but then we also in white have the opportunity to play a couple things that draw cards or generate cards worth of value from casting enchantments.
Yeah, dudes in life. And
dudes specifically, like I'm looking at the Sigil of the Empty Throne, dudes specifically, a 4/4 flyer for casting like some random enchantment that is worth a card because I'm going to get a card's worth of work out of it.
Yeah,
right?
But I would argue, and I will during the show, that we could Boros this deck up a little more. And we could do even more work.
Yeah,
and cause even more people to feel sad. Because this deck will make people feel sad when you hit them with it.
One of my notes was in the strengths and weaknesses is whenever you attack, and we have access to red with the benefit of the white Enchantress shell, let's call it, right? So whenever we attack is going to trigger at the beginning of our combat when we declare attackers, right? And if we have multiple instances of attack steps, we can do this trigger multiple times.
Yes.
And that's one of the questions that sometimes comes up when I attack. Is that like with each guy?
Yeah.
Or when I attack, can I pay 2 more than one time to do this more than one time? Those kinds of questions come up. And the answer to that second one is no, because when you attack triggers one time and you pay the cost one time.
Remember when we talked earlier about how John makes you better at Magic and we're just here to talk about beer and make people laugh?
Yes.
Well, today we're going to make people better at Magic.
Well, there is some Uncle Brando's special cider out there that we are also going to...
Yeah, we're also going to drink some of that too.
Yes.
But we're also going to teach people some stuff about Magic.
Hey, look at us frickin' go. Welcome to Commander Cookout Podcast.
Yeah, who knew? Who knew that we can be good at this? Should we bang through some
Yeah, let's bang through the ramp and then we'll spend just a minute on the cost reducers because they are Enchantress important. But I don't know. Let's see. What do we got here?
For ramp, we have Talisman of Conviction, Sticky Fingers, Sol Ring, Smoke Spirit's Aid, Shiny Impetus, Boros Signet, and Arcane Signet. Now,
those sound a little bit similar to the Feather deck, but let's look at Sticky Fingers because that's dirty and funny.
Sticky Fingers, or Stinky Fingers as we call it around here,
yes,
is a 1 red enchant creature. So you can put it on all of your attacking dudes for 2 mana.
Okay.
Whenever this creature deals combat damage to a player, create a treasure token. When enchanted creature dies, draw a card.
And enchanted creature has menace.
Yes.
You forgot about that part.
Yes, okay, so it does even more stuff on a common for 1 mana.
So when we attack, we can pay 2. If this is attached to 3 Dawg,
Yep.
we can sacrifice this.
Yep.
And then all of our guys are going to hit and make a treasure. Oh, sorry, they're going to hit with menace.
Yes.
They're going to make us a treasure. Let's say we got 5 attackers.
Yep.
Even if they're 1/1s, we're going to make 5 mana.
Yep.
And let's say a couple of them got blocked and we don't make the mana out of it.
Yeah.
Because it's got to deal combat damage, right?
Yep.
Combat damage to a player.
Yep.
So they get blocked. Huh, let's draw 2 or 3 cards.
Oh no.
Okay.
That's pretty good. That's a ramp spell.
Smoke Spirit's Aid.
Now this card I think would be better served maybe as just being a dude, but here's the gimmick. For each of up to X target creatures, it's red X. You create a red aura enchantment token called Smoke Blessing attached to one of the X creatures. Then those creatures have, because they're enchanted with said enchantment, when an enchanted creature eats shit, it deals 1 damage to its controller, and we make a treasure token.
Oh.
Now, that's a lot of words and a lot of hoops to jump through just to play a card with cool art. Okay? And there's a plethora of cards that we'll talk about later on that could go in here. One of them very specific that I think is important for the deck.
The thing is, this makes an enchantment token that would be on 3 Dawg, and then we can pay 2 when we attack, and then everybody gets this thing that when it dies, we get a treasure.
And lose a life.
Sure.
So, yeah.
I'd rather have mana than life. I hate life.
Fair enough.
I hate life. And then Shiny Impetus is +2/+2, and when it attacks, we make a treasure. So again, we attack with 3 Dawg, we pay 2, all of our guys get, when they attack, we make a treasure.
But here's the thing. They're already attacking, so you don't get treasures until next time.
The next time you attack, and they have a Shiny Impetus on them, because it says enchanted creature gets +2/+2 and is goaded. Oh, not that part.
Yes, goaded.
Whenever enchanted creature attacks, you create a treasure token. If it's already attacking, the card, Shiny Impetus, missed its chance to trigger.
So that's how life works.
Yeah.
And it's terrible.
Yeah.
'Kay.
So we'll be right back. We're going to take quick breaks because we're sharing the studio today, and then we'll come back and talk about the cost reducers.
Hell yeah, we will. Okay, we are back. We're going to do these cost reducers. There's 4 of them. I'll read them. Then Ryan will tell us the important things about them.
Okay.
We have Transcendent. All of these things cost 2 or 3 and a white.
Yes.
White and 1 and white and 2. Transcendent Envoy is a 1/2 with flying. Starheim Corsair is a 2/2 with flying. Starfield Mystic is a, if I could highlight just it, is a 2/2 that hangs out. And Hero of Ironas is a 2/2 for 2.
Auras cost 1 less to cast. That's the only thing that you need to know, and then if they do anything else, it's extraneous and like incidental benefit, fine.
Yes.
Sure.
So those are all ramp things as well.
Yes.
We should go on to other things that are things, such as...
Well, okay.
Let's talk about the targeted removal. It's kind of typical.
Let's do
as
targeted removal and protection and recursion and things that might not necessarily be enchantments. Let's get them out of the way, so then when we hit up the enchantments, we can say, remember, 3 Dawg, this, enchantment.
Yes.
Okay.
Now lots of these are enchantments, but we're gonna do this.
Okay.
Stroke of Midnight.
Dirty.
Stroke at midnight.
I've never done that before.
It's an instant for white to destroy target non-land permanence. Its controller gets a 1/1 human creature.
Yeah, that's actually a good card. That's like...
Is that better Generous Gift? No, because Generous Gift kills a land.
Yes, that gets... Yeah.
We're playing Generous Gift also,
Yeah.
just by the by. What is this? Reprobation?
Reprobation. Yeah, this is a white 1 enchant creature, loses all abilities, and is a coward creature, base power 0/1.
Sure.
Turns it into a nothing. I don't know why I don't play that in my Estrid the Bald deck, because that is a pretty good removal spell.
It's not bad.
Yep.
Minimus Containment.
Enchant non-land permanent. Enchanted land is a permanent treasure. It's a treasure.
You turn a not land into a treasure.
You turn a not land into a treasure, yeah.
Darksteel Mutation.
0/1 indestructible bug guy.
Chaos Warp.
Destroy a permanent, reveal the top card of your library. If it's permanent, you get it.
So this could go very well or very not well based on either how good they are at stacking the top of their deck or how lucky you are.
Yes. Yeah.
Where do you want to go next?
You know what? I'm going to say a thing about Chaos Warp here that I think might be controversial.
Sure.
I don't think it's that good.
I think because it's red, it's good. Not because I like red, but because red doesn't have that many ways of dealing with problematic enchantments typically, and Chaos Warp fills that void.
I suppose so, yeah. It's instant speed, but you know what? They're probably going to get something, and the something they're going to get is probably going to be of a pretty high power register.
Well, there's 100 cards in a commander deck, let's just say.
Let's say 80 when you cast this.
And they have
30 of them are land.
The one card that's stopping you from winning is going to go away and you get replaced with something else.
Okay, you know what?
Or the card that's killing you actively, the Blightsteel, I guess the Blightsteel doesn't count because it's, no, yes it does, it gets Blightsteel.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't destroy it. So the Blightsteel that's going to kill you isn't killing you anymore.
Yes. You know what? I'm biased with Chaos Warp because I use it like to get rid of blockers in Calamax, and a lot of the time when I copy it 3 times when I'm attacking with a Calamax, it's like remove, and then they reveal, creature, they can still block.
Yeah, that's because you're doing it. I don't want to say you're doing it wrong, but you're not doing it optimally.
I'm using the spell in the wrong way, the way that it isn't intended, because it's a removal spell in red that gets rid of anything.
Yes.
Yeah.
It gets rid of not blockers. You have other ways to get rid of blockers.
Yeah, like Lightning Bolt.
Exactly.
And the way that Commander's trending with a lot of smaller creatures being preferred because they cost less but still give you a desirable effect. Yeah. Lightning Bolt is a pretty good substitute for Chaos Warp if you're looking to get rid of blockers.
Yeah, back on the menu, boys.
Yep.
All right, now here's the sweepers.
Oh, hold on. Board wipes, because those are removals too.
Exactly.
Board wipe, sweeper, same thing.
Same thing.
Yeah.
We have Blasphemous Act, everybody knows that one.
Yep.
Vandalblast, we all know.
Yep.
Winds of Wrath.
Destroy all creatures that aren't enchanted. They can't be regenied.
So,
ooh, that's a good one.
So we're fine.
Yes.
Here's how that works. You attack once, use 3 Dawg to enchant your whole team.
Yes.
Then, on your next turn, you enchant 3 Dawg, Winds of Wrath, kill all their blockers, swing in, pay 2, make your team bigger and better, probably kill somebody.
Yeah.
That's how that works.
Yes, sir.
That's very good. And we'll do the one tutor in the deck too.
Oh, yeah.
I don't necessarily think this is the one, but we'll talk about it. Light Paws Emperor's Voice.
Oh, man. Okay, this is a 2/2 for 2 Fox Advisor. What's up? Whenever an aura enters the battlefield under your control, if you cast it, so we can't do this on 3 Dawg's ability, but when we enchant 3 Dawg, we can do this. When we cast it, you may search your library for an aura card that has a mana value less than or equal to the aura and has a different name.
Yes.
And where does it go? We put it onto the battlefield, attach it to Light Paws.
Yeah, so and I don't know if tutoring onto Light Paws is necessarily what you want to do, because then it's on Light Paws.
You know what?
And there are cards in here that'll move the enchantments around.
Yes.
But I don't, unless you have one of those, now you're tutoring onto them, then you have to find a way of getting it off of them, possibly into your bin to use another card to bring it back.
Yes.
When you could just use an Enlightened Tutor or an Idyllic Tutor or...
I agree with you. I'll say this, though. You're trying to maximize the tutorness of the tutor.
Yes.
Where I don't think you need to, based on the power level of some of the stuff that you can tutor for. So we'll remember Light Paws when we look at some of the most top-endest of power of enchantment in the deck and say, is this going to be enough to win us the game, provided we've gotten value through 3 Dawg doing the strategy that our deck does.
Okay.
And we'll see some of those. Oh, yeah, baby, we'll see them.
Let's get into protection.
Okay.
Umbra Mystic.
Auras attached to permanents you control have totem armor. So if they would die or take lethal damage, you remove the damage or they don't die.
Yes.
One time.
The enchantment eats shit and then the creature stays around. Timely Ward.
You can cast it as though it had flash if it targets a commander. Any commander.
Yep.
So mine or yours. Enchant creature has indestructible.
So you can save 3 Dawg with it, rebuild your team, swing in with the team, make your team indestructible.
Ooh.
Yeah. I love the picture on indestructibility.
Enchanted permanent is indestructible, and it's got a little indestructible umbrella, and he's standing in a crater.
Exactly. When the ground underneath him is just there.
Yes.
I love that. Hyena Umbra. And Felidar Umbra. They're both Umbras.
Yeah, that's another Umbra that gives totem armor. So if the enchanted creature would be destroyed, instead remove all damage from it and remove the aura from it.
Yes.
So you lose the aura, but your thing lives.
Flicker Form.
That's an enchant creature that has white, 2, exile enchanted creature, and all auras attached to it at the beginning of the next end step. Return that card to the battlefield under its owner's control. If you do, return the other cards exiled this way under their owner's control attached to that creature as well.
Now, I don't know the answer to this question.
Sure.
But typically, when you blink a token,
Yes.
it goes away.
Yes.
So when you blink a creature with a bunch of token enchantments on it,
Uh-oh.
the tokens go away, right?
I would think so.
Then we will cut this for something else. Cartouche of Zeal.
Cartouche?
Yes.
Enchant creature you control. Cartouche of Zeal enters the battlefield. Target creature can't block this turn. Oh, that's freaking good.
Yeah.
Because you make a token of this for each
Attacking
creature
creature.
that's attacking. And you just target all of your opponent's creatures. Oh. Enchanted creature gets +1/+1 and has haste. So this works even if guys just ETB'd.
Yep.
Okay, I like that one.
And then Boros Charm.
Hey, you know, funny thing about Boros Charm in this deck? One of the most expensive cards in the deck.
How is it? It's $7.
$7. Okay, choose one. Boros Charm deals 4 damage target player or planeswalker. That's pretty good.
That comes in handy more often than you think.
That's going to get a planeswalker more often than you think, and 4 damage is a fine amount for 2 mana.
Yes.
Permanent you control gain indestructibility until end of turn, or target creature gains double strike until end of turn. Come on.
That's all right. That's
okay.
That's fine.
You did good, kid.
Where do we go next?
Let's do recursion, then we'll move to draw, because when we get into draw, that's when we're starting to look at the real stuff.
First recursion spell, Unfinished Business.
Unfinished business. Return target creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield, then return up to 1 target aura and or equipment card from your graveyard to the battlefield attached to that creature.
Sir, 2.
A 2?
2.
2?
Yes.
Return a... Then we get 2
Return
auras?
target creatures and return up to 2 auras and or equipments.
So let me ask you this. Do we just bin 3 Dawg if we have an unfinished business in our hand? I think we do. I think we just bin him, then next turn unfinished business, because he'll immediately come back with 2 auras on him.
Yep.
Because we'll have auras in our graveyard because we sacked his ability, right?
Yep.
That's a good one.
That's a good one.
That's a good one.
Tiana, Ship's Caretaker.
Whenever an aura or equipment you control is put into the graveyard from the battlefield, you may return that card from there to your hand at the beginning of the next end step.
From B to H. That's bin to hand.
Oh yeah, I love B and H.
And she's a flying first striking 3/3 for 5.
Yeah, this is okay too, because she probably won't get blocked. And you put some of the big stuff on her, she's going to smash.
She's going to smash face.
Yeah.
Squeeze Embrace.
+2/+2. When enchanted creature is put into the graveyard, return that creature to its owner's hand. It's another good one for 3 Dawg, because people are going to go after him because they don't want you to like get 10 auras.
As soon as he does the thing the first time, they're going to be, oh, fuck.
Yes.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Uh-huh.
Retether.
Ether.
Yes.
Return each aura card from your graveyard to the battlefield. Only creatures can be enchanted this way. That's weird, but
I guess
get
that means your curses don't work? Because curses are auras, aren't they?
Yes.
So you can't bring your curses back.
We don't got none of those.
Yeah, who cares?
Yeah, I don't care.
Nomad Mythmaker.
White, tap, put target aura from a graveyard onto the battlefield attached to a creature you control. Just straight up.
Yeah, just put it back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, this card just is like, hey, I don't care about the rules.
Yeah, rules are for pussies. Let's put this back. Yeah. Mantle of the Ancients.
Mantle of the Ancient. Enchant creature you control. When it enters the battlefield, return any number of target auras and or equipments from your graveyard to the battlefield attached to enchanted creature. So we would enchant this on a creature and then just get like 10 auras back.
Yes.
And then enchanted creature gets +1 for each aura or equipment attached to it.
Yes.
I'll tell you this. Just like when we were talking about Light Paws, do you think that we put Mantle of the Ancients and we get like the Cartouche of Zeal back on haste, and then we just get like 5 or 6 auras that we've sacrifice with 3 Dawg onto a random creature with flying in the deck, and we just hit somebody for 20?
Sometimes.
Do you think we just go tall with some guy sometimes in this deck? I think we do.
I think you do. You could.
Or
you put them all back on 3 Dawg, and now you can start doubling up enchantments on your dudes, and then you're going tall with a bunch of guys.
Yes.
Yeah, that's better.
You know what? Decks like this people are always looking for like that max value. How do I get the most enchantments? How do I get the most advantage, the most value? And it's easy to miss the, if I just put everything on one guy, he's got no blockers and he's tapped out and I'm just going to kill him.
Yeah.
It's easy to miss that when you're trying to get value because there's 2 opponents.
But it feels so good.
It
feels so good when you attacking with a 20-20. Puh, that's piddly shit when you're attacking with 8 17-17s.
Yeah, I suppose.
Both of which are possible.
Yes.
But
if the 17-17s are a thing that's going to materialize next turn, but the 1-20-20 is going to kill a player right now.
Yeah.
Right? That's what you got to like parse through in decks like this, I think.
The truth. Last card in Recursion is Call the Forge Blaster.
Call the Blaster.
Yes.
Of forges.
Correct.
Not fingers.
That's what I said.
Not butts.
Right.
Yes. Okay.
Yes.
2/2 for Boros. Whenever another non-token creature you control dies, if it was equipped or enchanted, return it to its owner's hand. That's the creature that we get.
Uh-huh.
So if it dies, if it's enchanted, it comes back. Creature tokens, which might come in handy here.
And it will come in handy when we start talking about other cards we could put in.
Creature tokens you control that are equipped or enchanted get +1/+1. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
We'll have to remember that guy.
Yes.
Okay.
He might have to come in later. And you want him to do draw next, because that's when we get into the real shit.
Yes. Okay, so remember, whenever we attack, we may pay 2 and sacrifice an aura attached to 3 Dawg. When we sacrifice an aura this way, each other attacking creature we control create a copy of that aura attached to that creature.
Correct.
So those auras that we're making that are copies of those those auras that we sacrificed, those enter the battlefield, right?
Right.
Okay.
Okay, here we go. Unquestioned Authority.
When it ETBs, draw a card. Enchanted creature has protection from creatures. It just makes them not be able to get blocked. And if we've got 5 guys or 10 guys, we're just going to draw like 5 cards.
Yes.
That's pretty good.
And then get in for damage.
Yes.
Oh, that's so good. SRAM, Senior Artificer.
Okay, this is a cast.
Yeah.
Whenever you cast an aura, equipment, or vehicle, draw a card.
Sure.
Still good.
Sage's Reverie.
Enters battlefield, draw a card for each aura you control that's attached to a creature.
So if you have 4 guys,
Yes.
you have 4 copies of this enter the battlefield, and you draw like, what is it, 16?
I don't even know anymore.
Yeah, dude, like...
Also, it's not enough.
Yeah,
Brando,
Wait,
this card was printed like last year.
Yeah.
That's not enough.
No, it's not good enough.
Enchanted creature gets +1/+1 for each aura you control that's attached to a creature. Okay.
Oh, man. Oh, yep. That's so good. That's so good. Rune of Sustenance?
Sure.
Rune of Sustenance.
Yes.
I did it. I got it. I read good. Brando, read good word.
ETB, draw a card. As long as enchanted permanent's a creature, it has lifelink. As long as enchanted permanent is an equipment, equipped creature has lifelink. Oh, we don't care about that.
You didn't even remember that runes existed, did
No.
you? Yeah, me neither.
No.
Then we have Rune of Speed.
ETB, draw a card. As long as enchanted permanent is a creature, +1/+0 and haste.
Yes. Mesa Enchantress.
ETB, draw a card. Or cast an enchantment, draw a card.
Core Spirit Dancer.
Cast an aura, draw a card, +2/+2 for each aura attached to it.
Pretty
so
good.
that's going to be a beater. That's one of the ones that we could go tall with.
Yes. Dragon Mantle.
ETB, draw a card. Enchanted creature has fire breathing. That's a good one.
That's not too bad.
That's a good one.
Not too bad. Angelic Gift.
ETB, draw a card. Enchanted creature. Oh
Yeah.
Has flying.
Now we're talking.
No blocks.
Now we're talking.
Attack for 40. Oh yeah, sacrifice angelic gift, pay 2. Oh yeah, cool, no blocks.
Then draw 8.
Yeah, go to the next game.
Draw 8 and kill you.
Yes.
Oh, that's so good.
That's a good draw section.
That is a because a lot of them equal like kill somebody too.
Yeah,
right?
and you know what? Like if you go turn 1, play a guy, turn 2, put a dragon mantle on your 1/1 draw card. That's a fine play. Turn 3, play 3 dog, attack with your dragon mantled 1/1. Like that's fine. You get your chip ins, you draw a card to replace a card, right? And later on you can use one of your 7 recursion spells to get that dragon mantle back if that 1/1 dies. Or if it doesn't die and you see an opening and you want to dump like 7 or 8 mana into it, it's just going to do work.
Just beat ass.
Again, it's about just getting that go tall random value without totally maximizing 3 dog that I think really makes this sneakily good.
Well, it was good before, but it's also sneakily good. It's all kinds of good.
Yeah.
So do we want to make tokens? Do we want to talk big buffs or just the regular goods? Let's just do the regular good stuff.
Let's do good stuff, make tokens, big buffs, because the big buffs are going to be the home run ball.
And they're funny. Okay, good stuff. We have Ondu Spirit Dancer.
Another expensive one.
Yeah.
Okay, 3/3 for 5. Whenever an enchanted mint?
Yeah,
there we go.
Sure, we got there.
Enters the battlefield under your control, you may create a token that's a copy of it. Ooh. So we can copy. Well, we'll have to see. We'll have to see when we get to the big stuff.
So stupid. Grim Reaper's Sprint.
Oh, this is a new Fallout one.
Yeah, we're actually playing a Fallout card.
Okay, this is a 5 mana aura with Morbid. It costs 3 less to cast if a creature died this turn, so it would cost 2. Enchant creature, and when it enters the battlefield, untap each creature you control. If it's your main phase, there's an additional combat phase after this phase. Remember what I said about additional combat phases? Because 3 dog's going to trigger every time we attack?
Yep.
Enchanted creature gets +2/+2 and has haste.
Yep. So you swing in, you have a guy die.
Yes.
You pay 2, you equip this on 3 dog.
Yes.
Then you swing in and you wouldn't get a bunch of attack steps off of Grim Reaper's Sprint with 3 dog, but you get a good one and then you can radiate this to the rest of your team, which is pretty cool.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. We would get 2 out of it because we would cast this after a guy died and we'd do it on a main phase.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
Pretty good. Daybreak Coronet.
Oh, remember when this card was super expensive?
I do.
Because of Modern?
Yep.
White. Enchant creature with another aura attached to it. Well, that's easy. Enchanted creature gets +3/+3. First strike, Vig, lifelink.
Now, if you have a bunch of tokens that are unenchanted,
Yes.
but this is on your 3 dog,
Yes.
can you sack it with 3 dog to attach it to all the unenchanted attacking creatures?
I have no idea. Enchant creature with another aura attached to it. Does that mean it can only be, like, it can only target a creature that has another creature or aura attached to it?
It just says create a copy that's attached to it.
You know what? Judges in the comments, let us know.
I think that it sticks. I think it works the way that we think it does.
That we want it to.
Yes, that we want it to.
Okay.
Here's a card that's unreal in this deck.
I told you this card's good.
It is.
I told you in the review.
Right in this deck.
Codsworth Handy Helper. Oh. So this is a robot from Fallout, white 2, 2/3. Commanders you control have ward 2, so that's already good. Tap, add white, spend this mana only to cast auras or equipments. Tap, attach target aura or equipment you control to target creature you control. Man, yeah, I got to play that in my frickin' Esther the Bald deck, man.
Yeah, that's a good
gooder.
one.
That's
So like,
a gooder.
So you sack an enchantment.
Yes.
Off a 3 dog, give it to the team, swing in with the team. Next main phase, you can use Codsworth to take one of those token enchantments off of your team to put it back on 3 dog. So next time you attack, you can sack the copy to put another copy on top of your dudes.
Come on. And if you don't do that, you can just tap them for white to pay 3 dogs triggered ability cost.
Yes.
Man, does 3 dogs say it's got to be a real one? It can't be a token?
Nope.
Oh, that's pretty good. That's pretty good.
No,
That's
yeah.
pretty good.
Archon of the Wild Rose.
Flying 4/4 for 4. This is already good. Whenever a creature you control that are enchanted by auras you control. Oh, wait. It just makes all our enchanted guys 4/4s with flying.
Yes, it turns all your dudes into angels.
Well, frick.
Why not?
Yeah.
Sure. Aki Battle Squad.
Aki Battle Squad. Creature Goblin Shaman. Well, that seems a little bit out of place.
Samurai.
Oh, yeah, Samurai.
Yeah.
Sure. 6/6 for 6, Goblin. Seems a little bit out of place.
I think it's because there's 6 1/1s
Sure.
that you're playing all at once.
Whenever one or more modified creatures you control attack, which will be all of our creatures, untap all modified creatures you control. After this combat phase, there's an additional combat phase. This ability only triggers once each turn. Yes.
That's fine.
Okay,
it's less cool than I thought it was.
Who are we attacking with besides Aki Battle Squad?
Okay, let us begin. We mentioned this already. Sigil of the Empty Throne.
Oh, yeah. Cast an enchantment, put a 4/4 flying angel onto the battlefield.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
Nurturing Presence.
Whenever an enchanted creature whenever a creature enters the battlefield under your control, this creature gets +1 until end of turn. Also, when Nurturing Presence enters the battlefield, create a 1/1 white spirit creature token with flying. Whenever a creature enters the okay, we'll have to think. We'll have to remember that.
You're rated onto 5 guys. You have 5 copies of this come in. You make 5 flying blockers for next turn / attackers for next turn, and then all your dudes get +5/+5.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Murder Investigation.
Okay, white 1 aura, enchant creature you control. When enchanted creature dies, create X 1/1 white soldier creature tokens where X is its power.
It's all right.
That's okay.
Gives you some stuff for next turn.
Yeah.
Loyal Apprentice.
At the lieutenant, so you got to control your commander for this to happen, right?
Yes.
And it's a 2/1 with haste for 2. At the beginning of combat on your turn, if you control your commander, create a 1/1 Thopter colorless flying creature.
With haste.
Sure.
Cool. Krenko Tin Street Kingpin.
This is Cranko 2?
Yes.
Crank 2?
Crank 2 Hyper Crank.
Tootco?
Yeah, whenever you crank with Crank, you dank dudes equal to his power. Before you do that, you put a +1/+1 counter on him.
So he's just going to pump out more goblins each turn.
Correct.
Okay.
Knightly Valor.
Enters the battlefield, create a 2/2 knight creature token with Vig, and enchanted creature gets +2 and Vig.
C, Nurturing Presence, or Murder Investigation, or whatever the hell card we just talked about.
Sure.
Cathar's Call.
Enters the battlefield, nope. Enchanted creature has Vig, and at the beginning of your end step, create a 1/1 white human creature token.
So you get more dudes for next turn.
Yes.
Cartouche of Solidarity.
Our second cartouche. Huh?
Yes, Cartouche.
Because it's 2. It's the second one. Get it, everybody?
Lol.
Yeah, okay. Shut up, Ryan. When Cartouche of Solidarity enters the battlefield, create a 1/1 warrior creature token, and of course, enchanted creature gets +1/+1 and first strike.
Assemble the Legion.
Oh, this card, I don't know. You like this card. I think too slow.
Move past it. Don't like it anymore.
Oh, yeah?
Cut it from every deck I played it in.
No way.
Yep, every single
Oh,
one.
well, times be a-changing. At the beginning of your upkeep, put a muster counter on Assemble the Legion, then create a 1/1 red and white soldier creature token with haste for each muster counter on it.
Too slow.
I don't think that this deck wants to be the slow, make dudes overturn deck.
No.
No, I want like a Brave the Sands, or give me like a White Sun Zenith X instant speed tokens end of your turn, so I can untap, give them virtual haste, and then like hit you with 10 guys that are all enchanted when you didn't think I could.
Yes.
That's what I like instead of this.
Archon of Sun's Grace.
Oh yeah, Pegasus creatures you control have lifelink, and this one's got Constellation. This is enchantment. Enter the battlefield.
Yes.
That's what Constellation means.
Yep.
Whenever an enchantment enters the battlefield under your control, create a 2/2 white Pegasus creature token with flying. This is why it's important to give your creatures haste.
Yes.
Yes, and this is why extra combats are so important, because we could go like 3 Dawg, attack with everything, pay 2, sacrifice our Cartouche of Zeal, and then replicate all our enchantments to everybody. Enchantments are going to give us like 5 or 6 Pegasuses that are going to have haste, and then we can Aki Battle Squad or whatever the extra combats are.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Now here's a card that is as good as I thought it was going to be, and then a little better.
Ooh,
Anim Pakal of the Thousandth Moon is a 1/2 for 3. Whenever you attack with 1 or more non-gnome creatures, put a +1/+1 counter on Anim Pakal. Then create X 1/1 colorless gnome artifact creature tokens that are tapped and attacking, where X is the number of +1/+1 counters on Anim Pakal.
I have no idea what card that is, what it does, what set it's from, who that is. I have no idea what.
This is that layering thing we talked about.
Okay.
And when I talk about cards I would add to this deck, because this whole section I would have done a little differently.
Okay.
I like the way it's done, but I would have done it differently just to make it more me.
We didn't say whose deck it was. Man, we suck. This is Chris Meatgazer.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Continuing.
Thank you, Chris Meatgazer.
So in Impekel 1000th Moon, we're going to come back to that kind of an effect after we talk about a Johnny's Chosen.
Okay, whenever an enchantment enters the battlefield under your control, that would be Constellation. Create a 2/2 white catch creature token. And attach an aura. You may attach a token. I don't know.
If the aura that was coming into play, or if the enchantment coming into play was an aura, you can attach it to the token instead of the thing that it was supposed to be attached to.
Oh, yes.
So you can take your whatever off of your, like, let's say your dudes are going to get blocked anyway, or they're going to get through anyway. You could equip your, let's say, Cartouche of Zeal to give all your new creatures haste to your cat tokens in case you're going to attack again. Or you'll have bigger blockers for the crackback.
Yes.
That's a cool card with lots of
intricacies.
yes.
Okay.
Big buffs.
Butts.
But we know and we cannot lie.
Yes.
Here we go. Unquenchable Fury.
Oh, unquenchable butts.
Yes.
You cannot... we'll just read the card, Ryan. Enchant creature for red 2. Enchanted creature has, whenever this creature attacks, it deals X damage to defending player, where X is the number of cards in your hand.
Their hand.
Sure. When Unquenchable Butt is put into the graveyard from the battlefield, return it to your hand.
This is another one that you got to wheel the table with to have it be good.
Yes.
And it might not be good. Like if you attack the guy that's hellbent, it doesn't do anything.
That's kind of an anticlimactic one to start on.
What, we'll have to only go up from here then, I guess, hey?
Yeah. Up from the butt.
How about Hope Against Hope?
Hope against butt. Enchant creature for white 2. Enchant creature gets +1/+1 for each creature you control. Oh, that's pretty good. As long as enchanted creature is a human, it gets first strike.
There's some humans.
Yeah, sure. That's okay. We'll take that.
Fencer's Mage Mark.
Enchant creature for red 2. Creatures you control that are enchanted get +1/+1 and first strike. So that's Hope Against Hope again.
Different, though.
Sure.
Because this is a lord for creatures that are enchanted. So they stack. So if you have 5 dudes and have 5 Fencer's Mage Marks, all of your dudes are getting +5/+5 and 5 instances of first strike. So they have sniper rifles instead of...
First strike!
Exactly. Ethereal Armor.
Oh, yeah. Enchanted creature gets +1/+1 for each enchantment you control and first strike.
This is also cumulative. So if you have 5 of these on 5 guys, that's 25.
25 damages now.
Keep in mind that's for 1 mana. Oh, I love that.
1 mana plus a 3-dog 2.
Yes.
A 3-dog 2.
Okay, so everybody was probably expecting this one. It's
Yes.
Eldrazi Conscription.
And this is the one I had in mind to search. Can we search for this with
No.
Light Pause?
No.
Oh, damn it.
No. You can search for it with Enlightened Tutor, though.
You could.
Yes.
Yes. Now, this is also the one I had in mind for this card will win you games without going wide with it.
Right.
This will blow the people in the tables next to you out of the water if you could make 5 or 6 copies
This
of it.
will take lips. It won't even slap the lips off of their face. The lips will look around because they'll mutate eyeballs. They'll look around. Oh, I'm fucking out of here.
Yeah.
And they'll just jump into the dirt.
The lips will jump and roll around into the dirt.
Yeah. And the butthole will probably join them.
Oh, yeah, the lips
Both
and the
lips
assholes.
will be on the frickin'
Oh, man,
ground.
you'll be making hot dogs in the dirt. Lips and assholes, baby. This is going to slap lips into the Diamond Ray of Disappearance alternate reality from He-Man, man. This is Eldrazi Conscript. Okay, 8 for a tribal enchantment, Eldrazi Aura.
Sure.
Enchant creature. Enchanted creature gets +10/+10, trample, and annihilator 2. So when it attacks, which you miss that trigger, but defending player sacrifices 2 permanents.
That's right.
So if we can 3-dog this, and then we can pay 2 sacrifice, put on 5 guys, we're getting 50 power.
Yeah. And then if we get an additional combat step and Codsworth one of those things back onto 3-dog, The next time we're going to get some Annihilator triggers, and then we're getting plus 100.
Oh, man. You know what? You only need like 4 guys to make Eldrazi Conscription lethal if somebody's tapped out.
Yeah.
Like if it's later in the game and you've got a couple tokens just kicking it after like a sweeper, and you got 8 mana or 10 mana because it's turn 8, and somebody's like, oh, well, we're just rebuilding, and you go like,
lol.
Okay, Eldrazi Conscription, swing with my 4 1/1s, pay 2, kill you, hit you for 44.
Yeah.
Oh.
No. Take an extra combat. Annihilate you for 10.
And for 44 also.
And die also, yes.
Yes. All right.
And the last one is All That Glitters.
Of course it is. Yeah. Enchanted creature gets +1/+1 for each artifact and or enchantment you control. And I want to circle all the way back to, remember our ramp section? It's enchantments that make multiple treasures on attack.
Yes.
So this is going to be important to work with that, like early in mid-game, making creatures big. And you know what? Keeping your commander big with an All That Glitters mid-game, like early mid-game, is super important because there's so many things running around like lightning bolts and chain reactions and things that deal like -4/-4 like a Languish, or somebody doesn't want to have to pay 10 on turn 4 to their Toxic Deluge to get my commander, right?
Yeah.
So All That Glitters, treasure, 3 Dawg is going to be a pretty good combination because he's got 5 toughness.
Keep in mind also, I guess this one isn't cumulative. Man, Ethereal Armor is so good.
Yes.
That card is so good in this deck. If we were still doing card of the week, it would be Ethereal Armor for sure.
Oh, well, yeah. If you want to pick up an Ethereal Armor by using CCO Summer or next week CCO Save promo code, you could do that.
And you could give your, just make your friends sad, right?
Yeah, who says we can't do card of the week to make our friends sad? That's what it's for.
Good point. Good point. That's the deck.
That's the deck. Hey, let's move into some strengths and weaknesses.
Strength. Awesome.
Yes.
This is exactly the deck that I had in my brain when I said that 3 Dawg is going to be awesome.
Yes.
Except on a lower budget and slightly different than what I would have done, but it does the exact thing that I wanted it to do.
You kind of got 2 of my strengths rolled into one. You know I like to mention the new hotness. It's unique. It's different than what we're typically doing in Boros. For the second month in a row in that we're doing Boros, let's call it, Enchantress.
Even though you're doing it in a very Boros way, which is literally by attacking.
Yeah, they gave us something that allowed us to do the thing that Boros does, and facilitates using or lets us use all of the cards that we already have to do the Boros thing, but we're doing it in a new way, which I have to give props to. I'm not bootlicking or shilling or nothing. I got to give props that this is unique, new, interesting, and seems fun.
This is a cool card, and I don't think anybody can say that it's not. It's the only card that does what it does, and that's really cool.
I mentioned it before in the show, too. We have access to red alongside white's Enchantress buffs, and that's a major development.
Yes.
That's a major development to be able to multiple attack phase and still do things like Vandal Blast and pack Lightning Bolt or play like Sokenzin Crucible of Defiance. It's a token maker on a land. Yeah. Or can you imagine putting like a Kerkeep in here to make tokens if we just need value?
You can make Cobalts, yes.
Or what's the land that ETBs and gives you a dwarf from Throne of Eldraine?
Dwarven Mine.
Dwarven Mine. You could put stuff like that in here. You could put, to go alongside your All That Glitters, you could do the Great Furnace and the white and colorless artifact lands.
The white Great Furnace?
Yeah.
You could use the red and white artifact lands?
Yes, those ones are indestructible too.
Yeah.
There you go. So they don't die to your own blasphemous or Vandal Blast. Yeah, so lots of cool stuff. Weaknesses. It is a Boros attacky deck,
yes.
And some people, I thought that you were going to be one of them that are going to say, well, you have to attack. It's the same shit, right?
No,
nope.
Different.
Different?
You're doing something, you're adding a nuance to that attack step.
Okay,
yeah. Nuance to the attack. Because you're doing the Voltron thing, which I love, which I guess I don't love. I do it in a few decks, but like, which I love that you're going hard in on your commander because your commander matters so much.
Yeah.
But like you're radiating that out onto your team.
Yeah.
Which is fun. I like that.
You touched on a couple things. Difficulty to play / Voltron. Now, it isn't a Voltron deck because we're probably trying to go wide.
Yeah.
and make some tokens and then enchant them, but it does very much rely on your commander. If your commander's removed, I know we've got totem armors and protection from creatures and stuff, and some recursion, and the commander only costs 3. That might be a strength.
Yep.
But does it rely on the commander too much? And if that is the case, are we just playing Cartouche of Zeal and Dragon Mantle for...
Yes.
And those cards suck?
That is correct.
Right?
Yes.
So that is something that you have to be aware of when you're playing a deck that likes to play lower quality cards because they synergize so well with the commander. Zada is no different. Feather from last month, no different. And you got to be careful with that.
Yes. Here's something. Are we done with strengths and weaknesses?
I got one last one. It does give me Feather vibes, even though that you say that it's opposite. So if you've got a Feather deck or 2, either instance of Feather, running around your meta, maybe let that have some breathing room and save this one for down the road when there's not as much Feather.
Oh, no. Just make sure you get into games with the Feather player and just stomp them.
Just drag them.
And maintain eye contact the whole time so they understand what's happening here. Yes.
Okay.
Here's something that I think would cover up if your commander dies.
Sure.
Because one thing that red and white, maybe white a little more, but also red, can do is the Krenko Tin Street Kingpin and Anim Pakal gimmick.
Okay.
What are other cards that do that? There's the Knight, the Cathar from the new Vampire Werewolf set that attacks and you get a soldier for each creature, for each opponent.
Oh, yeah.
There's Hero.
Oh, man.
There's Hero of Butthole. There's O3 Sun's Glory.
And there's Adeline is her name, right?
Yeah, that's her.
Power equal the number of dudes you got, and then you get a dude for each opponent.
You make 3 dudes whenever she attacks.
Adeline, Splendid Cathar, I think, right?
Resplendent Cathar?
Sure.
Whatever it is. Yep. But those are the creatures. To Tinali's Summoner. The 2/1, the 1/1 for 2 that attacks, and you pay X, and you get X attacking guys.
Dude, just make 3 Dawg a goblin deck and swarm.
Yeah.
Just do Krenko and do the goblins that ETB and bring 2 other guys or 3 other guys and get the stuff in white that brings back 3 CMC or less onto the battlefield and get those ETBs again.
Yep.
Yeah, and then you could do a goblin deck, which is good by itself.
Yep.
And then you could supplement that with the 9 or 10 or 20 ETB draw card enchantments and just rip through your whole deck and make this feel like a little bit of a goblin combo deck.
Yeah.
That would be cool.
See, and that takes away the reliance on the commander. And
yes. Oh, yes.
And it leads into the lesson of the day.
Ooh.
Because when this creature attacks, do this.
Yeah.
When this creature attacks, do that.
Yes.
When you attack, pay 2, sack a thing, do a thing.
Yep.
If you attack with Krenko Tin Street Kingpin, an Impakal, and one other creature that gets you a dude when you attack.
Yep.
All of those triggers go on the stack at the same time the game asks you if you want to pay 2.
Yes.
So what you do, and people miss this, because I've had it happen a few times in the last couple of weeks, which is specifically why I want to play this. Not because I'm talking to people that are LGS, but because I'm assuming that there are other people out there that have this same situation happen.
Yep.
Well, it says whenever you attack, so it has to happen first. You have to pick to pay the 2 before you get the tokens from Anim and Krenko. No, you don't.
Brr.
You get the token, you can layer it, stack it.
Yes.
Where you get, here's my gnomes, here's my goblins, here's my knights. Yes, I'll pay the 2. Yes, I will sack my
whatever
ethereal armor.
Yeah.
I will copy it onto instead of 3 creatures that I have attacking, I'm going to copy it onto the 12 creatures that are attacking, and I'm going to win the game now.
Yes.
And
yes.
that is how that works.
When, whenever, and at are the words to let you know that a trigger is trying to go on the stack.
Yes.
When something happens, do this. Or whenever this thing happens, that's when the trigger is trying to go on the stack.
Yes. The thing that when the people I'm referring to think 3 Dawg's ability goes on the stack is akin to Xenagos, God of Revels, which is at the beginning of combat.
When you move into the combat phase.
That is before you attack. And there's a distinction there. And I think that because decks like this that interact on not a different axis, but all their play and complexity are at a phase within a phase.
A very acute time in the turn.
Right.
Instead of kind of whenever.
And it's stuff that a lot of people will shortcut. Like, I'm going to attack here, 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 and here. And they're like, well, before you even come up with damage or do anything else, I'm blocking here, 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 and here. Well, hang on. I got to activate these abilities, make these dudes, make this enchantment. Now all my guys fly. Well, that changes what you're going to do.
Let's build on that lesson of the day a little bit if you're an inexperienced player or a lesser experienced player, now you have Brando's side of it. As experienced players that you and I are, a little bit it's our responsibility when we're playing with lesser experienced players to say, I'm moving to my combat phase. This will trigger when I attack, but nothing is going to happen until I attack. Before I attack, there's this, and it doesn't have to be this slow and arduous, but before I attack, is there anything that you'd like to do? Because I'm going to pound you.
Yeah, it's like,
right?
You are going to either kiss your ass goodbye right now.
Physically kiss your own ass.
Yeah, because I'm going to hit you that hard. Or you can do something about it. They're going to go, what? I don't have anything to do. And say, well, I'm sorry.
Good night.
But let's go to the next game because I swing now. Like,
I'm going to attack now. This, and this are going to trigger.
Yes.
And this, and this are going to be in this order. I'm going to get my 12 guys. They're all going to get an Eldrazi conscription. Oh man!
Oh, I love that.
Hey, just real quick, okay? If you want, if we've hyped this deck up a little bit, $151 as is.
Now, we talk about budget a little bit on every show.
Yeah.
When the budget is this low, these are cards you will find on the floor of your LGS. You could build this deck for free.
You know what I'm looking at? I'm looking at the land section. $29, $30 in here. $30 in here, and like you could probably cut those out and be fine, and then the deck's $120. If you cut out the Eldrazi conscription, I know it's the most powerful card in the deck,
minus Ethereal Armor,
but it's also the most expensive.
Yes.
Play something on the tune of Ethereal Armor's like 39 cents, and this deck's like $100.
Yeah, which again, if you brought this list to your LGS and just showed it to people, every week people will just bring you cards for it.
Yeah.
And
hey, try this. Yeah,
or you could build these cards because people have these in their house and they don't want them. People don't want these cards. Only you want these cards.
Yeah.
Take advantage of that. People will give them to you.
So and you know what? I've built decks like that where people have contributed from our local community or from CCO Nation online, and that's one of my favorite decks. That's my Calamax deck.
I love to contribute to decks like this. Like a guy last week, I'm building cats, and he shows me like his list, like, oh man, bro, I have so much crap that I don't want that I will give you for free just to foil this deck out and to free up binder space for myself. And he's like, well, can I trade you something for it? Like, no, you can't. No, I'm giving you this crap so that I don't have it.
There you go.
Right? And I love doing that stuff. I love decks like this for that reason. And big ups to Dimwitty Meat Gazer for sending this in.
Yes, very much so. Now, if you wanted to pay even less for this deck.
Oh, and I do.
CCO Summer promo code's live for another week. CCO Save is going to be the promo code come April.
If you're listening to this after April 1st, CCO Save will do exactly what it says, save you money on stuff you're going to buy anyway.
FusionGamingOnline.com. Appreciate those guys really frickin' lots. So if you want to help support the show, if you want to buy Magic cards anyways, you go there. If you want to drink beer anyways,
yes.
And if you're Western Canada or if you're in the area or if you see it in the liquor store anywhere, you get Pile of Bones Brewing beer. Very good. We drink it. They got lots of varieties. We like them, and they are the official sponsors of Sidewalk Slam Season 2, which is out now.
Episode 3 out on the YouTube channel as we speak. Episode 4 in the works. Episode 5, 6, and 7 will be recorded very soon, I hope, because people are bugging me about it.
Yeah.
We got to get those recordings set up.
Yes.
We're going to talk more about that today when we go to Brando and Ryan's super secret meeting.
Oh,
yes, we are.
and drink beer.
Yes, as people would expect.
Very much so, yeah.
Speaking of things that people should expect, first of all, a great big thank you and all of our gratitude for you being here, listening to us, making you laugh and talking about Magic and stuff because we really enjoy it.
Yep, and a bonus episode tomorrow. That should be expected.
That's the other expected thing because it is the end of the month and we plan good.
Yeah.
We always know when to do stuff, and we're going to be back tomorrow to tell you all about that stuff on a very special bonus episode of Commander Cookout Podcast. Hit our theme song!